Good morning, Titans. Today is February 4th, and you're watching OlyTV.
Attention all juniors. If you're interested in being a student body officer for the 2026-27 school year, now is the time to start planning ahead. Second and third quarter grades will determine eligibility, and you must be on track to graduate, meaning you cannot have or need credit recovery. You must also be able to attend mandatory leadership conference in June. The official SBO election meeting will be held the third week of February. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Kajar in the main office or Ms. Kennington.
Have you noticed any books that used to be in the library and are now gone without a trace? Here's Julia with more on the book banning in Utah.
Over the past few years, Utah legislature has passed several bills allowing schools to remove books and other materials from school libraries. This has caused quite a bit of debate, with some people arguing that any removal of content is censorship and should not be tolerated, while others argue that sensitive content should be removed in order to keep students safe. Utah Bill HB 29 allows sensitive content, such as books containing depictions of sex, nudity, or excessive violence, to be removed if 3 school districts, or 2 school districts and 5 private schools, deem it inappropriate. This bill has already removed 22 books from schools statewide since it was implemented in 2025. Among these banned books are Water for Elephants by Sarah Guren, What Girls Are Made Of by Alana K. Arnold, Tilt by Ellen Hopkins, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, Damsel by Elena K. Arnold, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire. While many of these books admittedly contain explicit scenes, the range of content is very noticeable. Advocates of the bill are concerned for the innocence of students, and they are being exposed to materials that are inappropriate and indecent. They argue that no books containing sensitive content have a place on school shelves or even on school grounds. Critics of the bill are concerned over several issues. First, many have noted that a vast majority of the banned books are written by women or deal with LGBTQ+ themes. This raises concerns about discrimination. Another concern is that books can be removed across the entire state by very small groups. It takes only 3 districts, or more correctly 3 district boards, to ban books. This is a tiny group of people far removed from the actual students to remove books across the entire state, and takes the power to control what their children see away from the parents and puts it into the hands of district admins. Additionally, removing books statewide also removes them from all school levels. Imagine for a moment that a high school level book is deemed inappropriate for first graders, because it probably is, and removed from shelves. But if that book is removed, it is removed not just from elementary school libraries, but also from middle and high schools. The last and most important concern is that removing any information from schools is all too reminiscent of regimes that destroyed books and information that oppose their ideas in order to retain control. Not to mention, it may violate the First Amendment rights. While it's important to protect minors from inappropriate content, permanently removing books from school shelves is not the right way to do it. Instead of censoring content that the administration doesn't like, books should be categorized and labeled so that no one accidentally stumbles into something that goes against their morals. Instead of labeling books as bad or wrong, we should label them at levels of sensitivity. Removing any art piece or opinion is incredibly dangerous. It can lead to catering to a certain set of beliefs when schools represent a wide spectrum of people, situations, and lifestyles. When students are in school and developing who they are, they often need guidance and a place to feel normal. Removing those spaces can leave young people who are developing their personality feeling alone and ostracized. Removing these books is not the best solution to the problem, and it will only make it worse.
This week is Counselor Appreciation Week. It is also Educators Rising Week. This week we are celebrating teachers everywhere for making an impact on young people like us. Find out what teaching is like by registering for the Teaching as a Profession class with Miss Murray next year.
I need you.
I need you.
I need you to replace me.
To replace me.
I can't replace. No one can. No one.
When I first went to college, I initially was not an education major. I was actually a pre-law major. And after 2 years, my father called and said, I don't feel like you should be a lawyer. I feel like you should go into education because you've always loved working with students. And I've never regretted my decision. I go home every day thrilled, feeling like I've accomplished something.
Every day is a new adventure.
You know, all these different teachers throughout my life that made an impact on me, I want to make that same impact on kids in the future.
You're going to touch more people's lives by being a teacher than you could in any other profession.
But also my students are brilliant. They think really interesting, deep thoughts about the world and about politics and about issues and social justice and about my content, psychology.
Come join us. Please come in. We need you.
Teaching is a valuable and rewarding career. Next time you see your favorite teacher, be sure to thank them for the impact they made on you. You might replace them one day. See your counselor or come to the Career Center for more information. CT runs the world.
Girls golf parent-player meetings are tonight at 6 p.m. and tryouts are February 23rd and 25th.
This week we are collecting donations for Olympus Food Pantry. Your donations count as volunteer hours.
HOSA Week will be February 9th through the 13th. Anyone is invited. Reach out to HOSA Leadership with any questions.
Mark your calendars, everyone. The annual Jazz Swing Night is tonight, February 4th from 7 to 9 p.m. in the Commons. Come learn how to swing dance with a live band. Tickets are $5 per student. Scan the QR code or the posters around school to secure your spot.
Happy Wednesday, Olympus. What's been the hardest part of school lately? If you need support with stress, grades, friends, or future plans, come by the Counseling Center and talk to Debbie or Kiri to set up an appointment with your counselor. We're lucky at Olympus, our counselors truly show up for our students.
Keep supporting local businesses and in the process, also benefiting Olympus. Go to Raising Cane's tonight from 4 to 9. Also, SBS will come around to classes to collect donations tomorrow, Thursday, February 5th.
Are you interested in dance company drill team for next year? There will be an information meeting about these programs on Monday, February 9th at 6 p.m. in the lecture hall.
HOSA Week will be February 9th through 13th. Anyone invited.
Attention sophomores, do you want to graduate with 24 college credit hours and a strong background in business? Join the Academy of Finance at Cottonwood. Come to the Career Center for more information.
Now, we'll send it over to Chance for sports and entertainment.
Thanks. As many of you know, the Super Bowl is this Sunday, and it looks like 2015 as the Patriots took no time off from the Brady dynasty, making their way back into the Super Bowl in no time. But they'll have to face the journeyman quarterback in Sam Darnold in the Seahawks in one of the most improbable seasons where they really didn't have many expectations. Seahawk fans are hoping for a better result than last time. They face off in the Super Bowl where they decided to throw the ball instead of handing the ball off in one of the best running backs in the league. As a result, an interception at the goal line by Malcolm Butler should be an exciting matchup between Drake May and Sam Darnold. A new release in the game world was Paw World, a survival game where you explore, build, and collect creatures. It became a huge hit almost overnight because of its mix of characters and chaotic gameplay. A great game if you're looking for something new to play. Utah basketball has been a disappointment over the past decade. Here's Miles with more.
A once-known basketball powerhouse in the state of Utah has fallen from their historic past. From a national championship appearance in the 90s to the bottom of the Power Four of the past decade. Approaching 10 years without an NCAA tournament appearance, and the time and effort from the university to aid the program is simply non-existent. If you look back at any Utah basketball home game anywhere from the mid-'80s to the mid-2000s, the Huntsman Center was seen packed night in and night out. During the prime days of the Running Utes, head coach Rick Majerus became one of the toughest coaches in the country, continuously leading the team to a tournament year after year. Utah produced NBA talent including Andrew Bogut and many more. This stretch was so successful, including a national championship appearance in 1998. Although the loss to Kentucky left Ute fans heartbroken, there was no denying how good the Runnin' Utes were. Fast forward to current-day Utah basketball. 10 years without a tournament appearance. The closest they came was back in 2023 when Brandon Carlson led the way as one of the top scorers in the Pac-12. They were listed at having a 90% chance to make March at the end of December, and the team fell apart, finishing in the middle tier of the already lackluster Pac-12. So from there, Craig Smith continued to lead the team as head coach until last season, where he was fired mid-February. Utah finished the season at the bottom of the Big 12, and they turned to former players during the glory days to be the next head coach in Alex Jensen. Ute fans hoped that this would finally bring the program back to life and put a good system in place in 2025. However, things didn't go to plan as they dropped early contests to Cal Poly at home and Mississippi State at the Delta Center. This team hasn't been able to get ahead and really compete in the once again loaded Big 12. But it isn't like this team is all bad. They have 2 of the top 10 scorers in the Big 12 in Terrence Brown and Don McHenry. However, the supporting cast around the team has yet to break out. The entire situation isn't aided by the pure lack of support the program gets from the donors and the entire fan base as well. Without support, no team success, and no success means no team support. Utah needs a year to rally the fan base and to show what the program is savable, because without the input from the support, the team isn't getting any better.
That's all from me. Now let's head back to the desk.
Thanks, Chance.
Hey AJ, how's the weather today?
Thanks, Jude. Weather today is a high of 54 and a low of 32. Tomorrow it's a high of 54 and a low of 33 with sunny skies. On Friday it's a high of 57 and a low of 37 with partly cloudy skies. Saturday is a high of 58 and a low of 36 with mostly sunny skies and clouds here and there. Sunday is a high of 59 with a low of 41, will be partly cloudy. Monday is a high of 51 and a low of 32 with sun at the beginning of the day, then having some afternoon and evening rain showers. And then Tuesday is a high of 40 with a low of 30 with some rain and snow showers. So bundle up, and that's all from weather. So back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, AJ.
And thank you for watching OlyTV. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Titans.